I'm bringing you all a bonus video. Hey guys, Goblin943 here, and without any more interruptions, I'm bringing you a bonus video from r/Entitledparents. I'm going to read to you one story from r/Entitledparents, and then I'm going to end the video. I'm in a bit of a good mood. During A-Drive Surprise Egg Saturday, I got a shiny Trapinch. Yes, I am a shiny hunter. Cat's out of the bag, I know. Anyways, let's go. Entitled mother lets her kid steal my blind cane. Let's go. So, a bit of backstory. I am a 28-year-old woman who had just recently went blind. Fully blind. When I was a teenager, I volunteered with my local youth group to help rebuild Mississippi after Hurricane Katrina. And while down there, I picked up a fungal parasite called histoplasmosis that over a decade migrated to my eyes and slowly caused blindness. I've been totally blind for about a year now, so I'm pretty new to it, but I digress. When I first went blind, I barely left the house and was afraid to go in public. I felt like everyone was staring at me, and in all honesty, I barely knew what I was doing. The transition had been difficult, and I didn't have any support group to teach me. One day my husband asks if I can take an Uber down to the bank and deposit a rent check, and I reluctantly agree. SMH. While out, he messages again and reminds me that we're out of a few crucial groceries. There was a Walmart grocery literally across the street from the bank. So I figure everything in life is an experience, and I'll have to learn how to shop alone eventually, so why not? Everything was fine at first, and I was only grabbing a few things, so I didn't need a cart. I was using my cane and what little echolocation skills I had at the time to get around, but was still bumping into things as we blind tend to do sometimes. Personally, I wear glasses, but OP, this is a very well-written story. My cane suddenly hit something a bit softer, and I figure maybe I'd whack someone's leg and apologize. Cue entitled kid and entitled mother. Oh boy, here we go. Shoot, I'm sorry. Hey, you just hit my son! I'm so sorry, ma'am. I didn't see him there. How could you not see him? He's clearly right here! Now I'm fully blind, but I don't wear sunglasses. Mostly because I can't afford a good UV blocking pair. But I'm also not ever looking for pity or to play the part of a generic blind person. I just want to be treated like a normal person, but I do understand her confusion as blindness is a spectrum. So I try to calmly explain. Ma'am, I'm blind. I can't see anything, let alone your son. That's why I have to use the cane, so I can't get around without... She cuts me off. If you're blind, why aren't you wearing big sunglasses? Now, as a blind person, I tend to get a lot of stupid questions. But I understand a lot of them are just people who don't know any better. So I happily try to answer as many as I can. Those are really expensive. Around $200 for a good pair. And I really don't need any inside. You're not blind! You're faking it! Here's where my blood starts to boil. I can't think of any reason someone would pretend to be blind. It's an actual heck, and it ticks me off more than when someone calls me a liar when I'm not. Just as I was about to respond, I feel a tug, and before I blink and realize, this little demon spawn has snatched my $100 cane from my hands. For those of you who don't understand, that's like if you're shopping and suddenly the power goes out and you can't see a single light. Without my cane, I can barely move it on without crashing into anything. My voice gets shaky as I begin to panic. Please give that back. I really do need it. No, you don't, liar! My son deserves to play with this more than you. I hear her shuffle away and my expensive cane cracking in the metal displays. As they leave, I start crying and waving my arms in front of me to grab onto something, anything, and end up crashing and falling into a center display aisle, making a loud scene. Without fail, I somewhat curl into a ball and cry. I'm alone in public, in the dark, and I had no idea what to do. Suddenly, I feel a hand on my shoulder and a man's voice. We'll call him Awesome Guy. Asks if I'm okay and to stay right here. I do, but begin to sit up at least and listen. This man must have been tall and built like a tank because his footsteps sounded like a giant, and I felt a suction of wind when he took off. Maybe 30 or 40 feet away, I hear this loud bellowing like an angry lion and a loud crash. Then before I know it, the man is back helping me to my feet. He takes my hand and puts my cane back into my palm and helps me pick up the items I dropped when I fell onto the display. Me, wiping my tears from my cheeks. Thank you. Thank you so much. I didn't know how to handle that. Don't worry about it. Some people are just monsters. This guy restored my faith in humanity and even helped me finish shopping and helped me out of the store. As we're leaving, I can hear the familiar screeching of Entitled Mother. Something about AG grabbing the cane and pulling hard, flinging her little devil child into a shopping cart. I don't know if she was exaggerating or not, but it would explain the crash I heard. It's easy to feel alone in a world without sight. But even though the sheer terror of being stripped of my cane, I at least I now know that there are people willing to stand up for me when I need it. Edit. Because of the sheer overwhelming amount of people asking, if you're blind, how are you typing? I'll answer first with my fingers, and secondly, I'm using a screen reader called Narrator that reads the screen. Whenever my cursor or finger is over the screen, it reads. When I type a letter, it reads. Guys, just like Google it or something. Wow, OP, this was a very well thought out story, and I can't believe that Entitled Mother would just do something like that. This comment from Punk Circle. I can't believe someone would do that. I'm very glad that man helped you. That bystander effect can really be awful sometimes. But as you said, I'm glad there are good people left in this world. I hope you are doing okay, and will soon be able to improve your experiences in the public once we are allowed outside again. Yep, this was a very well thought out story. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this bonus video that I did. I'm Gobble943, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Stay safe, stay home, and stay awesome. Take care.